We are celebrating Community Science Night Live, which is sponsored by the Centipede Project, and it's a grant by HHMI, which is the Howard Hughes Medical Institute.
The goal of the Community Science Night is to give the students here a chance to display some of their science fair projects.
Our experiment is to extract DNA from a banana to show how DNA is formed, and then we will dye it with blue dye so you can see it better, and it's clumped together so it's real easy to see. All we're doing is showing how to see DNA from, actually it's from a banana, so it's not actually from us. We did this last semester and it was also very successful, so hope and have a great night.
Our experiment is like a homemade water pump type thing. Whenever we burn the candles, put the jar over it, the oxygen's being burned, it just sucks all the water up.
It's burning up the oxygen, and the water's coming up because there's going to be less oxygen in there. And then my little brother, he's all into this kind of stuff, and he did it before. I thought it was really cool, and I remembered, so I decided to do this one.
And this is a lab called Pouring Sound. Okay, now tilt it. There you go, we poured sound. What's happening is with your fingers making the friction, it is causing the vibrations in the tube, and as we all know, vibrations make sound, and they make a really high-pitched noise.
Grapefruits power LED lights better than the lemon zoo. And they're pretty tasty.
This evening's Mistress of Ceremonies, Dr. Irma Jimenez Conti.
Good evening. I'm so honored to be here with all of you tonight. I hope that you enjoy what we are going to tell you and what are we going to show you.
We have two wonderful speakers tonight. The first one is Dr. Steve Hursting. He is internationally renowned expert on the effects of obesity and diet.
I think we've all been touched by this disease in one way or another, and I think many people don't realize that one of the controllable risk factors for this disease is what we eat. It may surprise you that diet and diet-related factors like obesity, along with tobacco, that's the lion's share of the risk. If we could get a handle on those two risk factors, really control the smoking, and also get a handle on this diet and obesity factor, then we would predict we'd prevent the majority of cancers. This is something that we as a country don't do very well, is consume at least 4 to 5 servings of fruits and vegetables daily. We're on average about 1.9. Limit consumption of red, preserved, and now we've added overcooked meats. I was talking to someone earlier about that. We all like our barbecue. In fact, my favorite is there are a couple places right around here that are just so good. But be careful maybe a little bit about well-done meats. That's something that we're identifying as a kind of a weak, but certainly a contributor to this process. Maintain regular physical activity. Limit the consumption of alcoholic beverages. Less than 2 drinks a day is the recommendation. I think what Mom told us, kind of all things in moderation is good advice.
And Dr. David Mitchell, also very well known for his work looking at UV damage to DNA.
Skin cancer, unfortunately, is an inevitable consequence of age. And as the American and world population lives longer and longer, I think the statistics are that pretty much if you live to be 100 years old, it's pretty probable that you will get a skin cancer. Melanoma, because of its metastasis, its ability to spread throughout the body very quickly before you even know you have it, is very, very a very bad kind of cancer to have. The melanomas that affect the young, and they do, that's one of the real sad stories of melanoma, is they can show up at a very young age. Those melanomas may not necessarily be caused by the same environmental factors that cause melanoma in older people. So you wouldn't necessarily expect it to be younger and younger and younger. You just know that if your parents have had a melanoma, or if you've had a melanoma, then you are at a much higher risk for another melanoma. Melanin, which is the pigment that we all have, and African Americans use this pigment to protect themselves against the sun. So Caucasians, Northern Europeans are more vulnerable to skin cancer. The best thing to do is just wear proper clothing, avoid the middle of the day sun, find something else to do, and if you have to go to the beach and go swimming in a bathing suit, make sure you wear your sunscreen.
Have the community learn a little bit about disease prevention.
How close are y'all in finding the cure for cancer, or have you found the cure and we just don't know?
Cancer is lumped into one big disease, cancer, whereas each individual cancer is its own special animal. So there's been a lot of progress made on finding the cure for some cancers, and quite a few cancers. There's a lot of money being poured into cancer research. I wish there were more.
And also to have a great scientific display.
Is Dr. Sean, our science guy in Science Park? Please welcome him and see what he is going to show us.
I'm going to attempt to create the world's longest light stick going into this tubing right here and flowing all the way into this cylinder at the very end. With a little bit of luck, we should do some amazing science this evening.
We would like to introduce the Superintendent of Smithville Independent School District, Mr. Gary Sage.
When we were approached by the MD Anderson Medical Center, I was very excited as superintendent of the local school district, because what an opportunity does Smithville ISD and its students and community have to have such a great organization in our backyard. I hope that you enjoyed it, and as far as the school district is concerned, we're so glad that we have this opportunity to partner with MD Anderson for this wonderful event. So thank you for coming.
We just had the community science night, and I'm just blown away by what a big success it was. We had well over 100 people come from the community. They listened to the talks and asked really great questions. This is a big success, and we hope that it will continue, and we hope that even more people from the Smithville area will come to the next Community Science Night Live.
So that's our experiment.